What's up, guys? It is the Fantasy Endgame, and we're here to draft with you as always. And tonight, it's Underdog time. Get some more Best Ball Mania in while we can, because time is actually running out. We only have a couple of weeks left before we're going to see real NFL action. Got some sort of unreal, fake NFL action tonight. I don't know. I don't consider the preseason real, but it's football, so I get it. Maybe some of you are watching that, and that's fine. But you can also watch this too. You can do both things at once. Trust me, you probably won't miss anything earth-shattering in the preseason games, but you might miss the chance to win millions of dollars in Best Ball Mania. So let's go ahead and do it. If you want to join us right now, you can. Let's try to do it. We'll get into a Best Ball Mania 7 draft, which before we do this, what's the count? I don't know if you even keep count anymore, Chris. How many drafts are you in?
Oh, I'm in 100 right now.
Is that like a guesstimate, or like you
no,
typed
I'm
in 100?
Serious. I started 50 more today, and I haven't.
50
I have of the 50 drafts I started a couple weeks ago or whatever. None have finished. Some of them are only in like round 6 or 7. I'm like, what, does everybody take the full clock? How is this happening?
Some people do. Some people love to milk the clock or just not check the draft they've joined, but that's the beauty of slow drafts. And you know that they all finish in time because the clock will shorten. You know, I think in any day now, it'll start to, instead of 8-hour clock, it's like 6 and then 4. But the point is, the slow drafts, you'll get them in. The live drafts, what we're about tonight. So those of you watching and waiting, let's do this. Get on your Underdog app and go to the lobby. Best Ball Mania. It's the first thing that shows up in the NFL. And then we'll do 20 seconds per clock, per pick. You ready to jump in here?
I'm ready.
Make sure we jump in the same time. All right, everybody wants to jump in here. Let's see. 3, 2, 1, go. Enter your draft. Hopefully we'll get in the same one.
Oh, yeah. So it's just 6 more to go?
Yep. It's filling quick.
I can't look at all these. I can't even.
It's beautiful.
I have some that are still filling. I can't even figure out which one. Okay, it looks like our draft. Here we go. There it is. No. That is not it.
You're let me see.
Well, I've got it on my phone.
You're 11th. You're pick 11.
Yeah, why isn't it showing?
Don't worry,
pick 11, so it's gonna say I'm like 11 away. Here we go. Here we go. I found it. Wow. The downside to having so many drafts. There we go.
All right. There it is. Yeah, you're 11. I'm 9. I saw Anthony's in there. I think he's at the 6. All right. Well, let's do this thing. Have you been the ones that have filled, do you feel like you're getting stuck with the same spot? Because that's where I wasn't last year. You kept getting the same draft spot over and over again.
No, I've actually been getting different spots. I know it was like with the 50 I added today. I mean, not all of them have started, but I had the 3, like four drafts in a row. I kept going chase. I'm like, should I start mixing it up? But then I got a couple Pukas. Then I got some JTs, some Cooks, some Jeffersons. I haven't really had like the 5 or the 6 very much this year.
I feel like I've had a lot of specifically the 6, which is kind of annoying because it's where I don't want to be. But sorry, Anthony. Which, by the way,
9.
Big Man Fishing is in at the 1, and also Tolu O is in here. So good. So about half of us in this draft are endgamers.
Nice. You almost got CMC at 9.
I'll go Cook. I have a lot of JT. I'll go Cook sometimes. Wow. Oh, CeeDee Lamb. I just realized went at the 7.
All right, I'll go Jefferson.
Yeah, the 6 is not, ideal, but you make the best of it however you can. Jefferson. Okay. Jefferson instead of Genty just because you got so much of him already.
Yeah, I don't like to go. I feel like I have a lot of Chase Brown and Saquon. Let's go Walker here. I don't want to go like too far off ADP in the first couple rounds because, again, if I'm doing 100 plus of these drafts, I don't want to have like 40% Genty and like 10% Jefferson, and then Genty is just okay and Jefferson's a stud. And I'm like, because I keep taking, you know what I mean? Like if I always take Genty over Jefferson. So I just honestly in these drafts in the first couple rounds, I pretty much stick to ADP pretty closely because I don't want to be like too heavy on one guy and then that guy isn't as good as I think and the guy I didn't take was awesome. That makes sense.
Yep. I mean, you got this many shares, you spread it around. That's a good thing. That's why you almost, you don't have to, but it'd be crazy not to do several best ball drafts because that way you get, kind of stock, you want to call that, in multiple players. So it's nice. Different builds, see how it turns out. I did one not intentionally, I don't go in saying I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but I do have one going right now that is it's a hyper fragile. So see how that goes. It's always fun.
I've not tried that this year. I've had very little success with that in the past, so I kind of given up on it.
Yeah, not saying it's going to win. We'll see. I feel like it's easier to do that because, getting 2 RBs in the first 2 rounds is kind of just following ADP and then same thing on the way back. But yeah, it's fun to shake it up. All right, Bob, are you in here? Left a comment nice and early. This was 4 hours ago. So he's asking which start drafting number 7 is a 12-team PPR. Which start do you prefer? So it looks like St. Brown, Chase Brown, I'm guessing Javonte Williams, Ladd, and Swift, or JT, Chase Brown, Devontae Smith, Ladd, DJ Moore. So
we got Chase Brown, Javonte. Got Chase Brown, Javonte versus JT, Chase Brown. I got to give the edge there at running back. We got St. Brown, Ladd versus Smith, Ladd. I mean, I got to give the edge to St. Brown, Ladd, but I don't think it's a huge edge. I like Smith, Swift, DJ Moore. I like the second team better. I like the second star better.
Yeah, I think it essentially comes down to, because Chase Brown and Ladd are the same in both. Like, do you want Sun God to start out or do you want JT? So it's either Sun God and Javonte or JT and Devontae. I think that's kind of what it comes down to. Oh, let's see. I'm not going to go Javonte. I'll go T. Higgins, which I might normally take Zay Flowers, but I already got Derrick Henry, so I don't want to just be all in on the Ravens. I think the Steelers are playing. Okay. We'll see how Drew Aller looks. Very sad. I saw Carson Beck apparently not going to play because he got banged up. I want to save him for the postseason, right?
That's right.
Save him for the second half stretch. Well, speaking of Javonte, there you go. You got your guy.
Yeah, the wide receivers are gone.
Well, there's Ted.
Now I'm almost doing like a robust running back just round later, so which is fine. Oh, I'm on the clock.
Yeah, you're up. Okay. See, this is annoying. All the receivers are all dried up now. Okay, so which bear? Burden, Loveland? I'll go Burden. Not too bad. Kenny already victory lapping Ted Hurst because Igbuka's got a bum toe. Maybe early. A little early.
Maybe a little early. I don't think Ibuka is going to miss any time that matters.
Doesn't seem too serious. Oh, look, I do have some Hurst in best ball at least. I think I've taken him in a couple of our mocks, like at the end, like last pick. Why not? Actually, we know the one that I can't really get. I can't get myself to draft, and he goes much earlier. Is Jalen McMillan, because I'm like, he's definitely not one of the first two options in that offense. And then you got Ted Hurst is like, oh, okay, late round, last round flyer. But McMillan isn't even that. He goes in like the 150s. I'm like, I don't get the appeal. Like, I don't think there's a good enough value here, for the upside, unless Ibuka or Godwin are hurt. But even then, like, what did McMillan really do? I know he was hurt a lot last year too, but I don't know. I just don't see the upside with Jalen McMillan.
Yeah, I agree. There's been times where I see him on the board. I'm like,
just a pass.
Yeah.
And it was what draft, because I think it was today. I was picking, I was in the clock, and I'm like it's not going to do it. I think I did Trey Tucker, Trey Harris, one of those trays.
I like Trey Tucker. Look, Trey Tucker looked pretty good tonight. I know it's just preseason, but they were playing the star. I mean, they had Cousins out there. They had Jen. They had everybody out there.
Yeah, well, he was technically the leading receiver on the Raiders last year. It's going to be Bowers this year, but I think Tucker is not going to be invisible.
Late round best ball dart throw.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to take DJ Moore. I guess not. This draft does feel like the receivers are going earlier than usual.
Yeah, it's been an interesting draft. Might have to take a third running back here, which I really don't want to.
Yeah, if I don't... Oh, God, are you kidding? Now, honestly, I'm going to panic pick now, because the only receiver in this area is Odunze, and I already have Burden. I'm not going to reach for Tyson or BTJ. No, actually, not what I'm going to do. I don't want Lamar just because I have Derrick Henry already. I'm just going to go to that end. Go Warren.
There you go.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. All these receivers just getting...
Hey, just zig when everyone zags.
I want to take more Judkins. Judkins is probably, if I had to guess, I haven't checked lately, but I think Judkins might be my highest owned player in Best Ball Mania. But I'm fine taking him. I don't need him here. I already have, Cook and Henry.
I don't need him anywhere either, but I'm just going to take good players when they fall to me.
Yeah. But I don't want to fall too far behind. What about Tyson, by the way? Jordan Tyson, he had something at practice today, right? Now, he's a guy, honestly, I feel like everyone's just kind of ignoring he had a lot of injuries in college too, didn't he?
Yeah, he has a hamstring injury.
So I'm not taking a whole lot of Tyson in general anyways. Oh, there he goes. And BTJ, what now? Other guy in the news. All right, so I'm doing this to stack. Just to stack. I'm foregoing JD in May so I can put Burrow with my T.
There you go.
So BTJ, this is not breaking news, but he's going to be the X. And they're like, oh, we're going to use him as a deep threat, but also basically yeah, we found out last year, not that they said this, but we found out last year that he doesn't have the physicality to go across the middle of the field, and he does not like contact. And so basically, he's just going to be running a lot of deep routes. That can't be great for fantasy.
It can't be great for week-to-week consistency, that's for sure. It'll be great for boom-bust potential, though.
Which makes him still draftable in this format in best ball, but I mean, how many targets is Parker Washington going to get, right? Across the middle of the field, soaking those up that BTJ won't get. And then, oh, by the way, they still have Jacoby Myers. And so, yeah, I don't know. I think we just have to kind of forget about what happened to BTJ at the end of his rookie year. I mean, I don't think we're ever getting that back.
Yeah, probably not.
But anybody's viable in best ball, if you're not paying too much. Barkley, Andrea's asking if Barkley hurt his ankle. I mean, a lot of guys have been banged up this week.
Yeah, it sounds minor. Like until somebody comes out and says they're going to miss significant time, I really don't care about these. This is one of the big downsides to this day and age is like everybody's so tuned in to X and everything that it's like, ooh, Barkley, like, they were looking at his ankle like, fade Barkley.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. I almost don't want to know the injury news, but you got to keep on top of it at least. Got a question. Is this a trade question involving Tyson? Sir Dinesh got offered JT and Tyson for Jacobs, McConkey, and Tate. And this is a redraft.
Yeah, right? I take it just to get JT here. Just feel much better about JT than Jacobs. Tate, I do really like Ladd, of course. But I mean, what if Jacobs? Look, Marshawn Lloyd actually looking good. Maybe this is the year. Maybe he gets more involved. I think I do this just give me JT. Just give me JT and let me not have to worry about the hassle of Jacobs.
Yeah, exactly. You eliminate a headache, get a stud player, you're getting the best player in the deal. Why not? I really don't have much QJ. Do I go QJ or boring Sutton? Upside. All right, QJ, you're mine.
Yeah, Sutton's another guy. I just can't pull the trigger on Sutton here. It's like, what? This is best ball, man. I'm not drafting floors.
Exactly. And then let's see. We got a keeper question. All right, let's get through these picks because it's going to be your turn then mine real quick. Saved you from Pierce.
Yeah. I'm liking the squad of my 3 running backs. Still got Jefferson, McMillan, Harrison, Downs, and Godwin at wide receiver to go with my 3 RBs. Not feeling too bad about that.
I feel like my team is like too balanced. I usually don't do that, but it's like, all right. 3rd RB who I like, 4th receiver. Michael Wilson. Okay. If you mean like out of the rookie receivers, it's possible. I don't know if that's likely. Denzel Boston. Getting a lot of hype too. Denzel Boston has looked good and he's going to be a starter. But the problem is, so is maybe Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's looking more and more like Deshaun. Like, oh my gosh.
It's crazy. Okay. Here's the keeper question. I got a little time. William Mills says he's going to use his 2nd round pick on Chase Brown. This is a 10-team super flex league. Keeping Cam Ward. All right, I remember this. And I changed from Chase Brown and going with Rico as a 22nd round. I mean, I know that's a nice discount, Rico in the 22nd round, but I don't know. Would you rather just have Chase Brown?
Yes. Yes.
trying to think of a scenario where I'm not doing that. I don't know. I'm look, Rico, good things. Rico's a good player, but even if it's like 60-40, which we're hearing maybe Rico gets more touches, it's still a timeshare and it's still the Steelers offense, and he's not in the Bengals offense. I don't know. I think you got to keep Chase Brown there.
Yeah, I'm going Chase Brown, Cam Ward.
And even I'm like, well, even if if it's like non PPR, it's still I don't think so. But I don't think you said it is. Daniel, by the way, just generic question: advice for non PPR leagues.
Same as always. Hammer running backs early and often. Touchdowns matter more than anything. Wide receivers, tight ends hardly matter in non PPR. And elite QBs are cheat codes in non PPR because hardly anybody scores 20 points in a week. So when you get like a Josh Allen who does it every single week, that's a huge advantage. So it's pretty much my non PPR blueprint, even though I don't play in non PPR anymore.
Yeah, no, we still have to analyze it, but no, we don't play in those leagues. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, I guess because I didn't go RB last time, I'll take my boy. Tolu, I don't think we're not gonna grade all the teams. No, just because this is not one of our leagues and mocks. We don't know half the people in here. We could go over your team if you want. Specifically yours. We'll kind of talk about our builds, but this is different too because it's best ball. It's a little different within the others. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are loving your team. Look at it. You got a pretty good build.
Yeah, I'm glad I just said screw it. If everybody's going to take wide receiver, I'll take Judkins.
Very nice. All right, let's see. Update on the Steelers. Both Rudolph and Will Howard have looked good.
All right, well, for the sake of the Steelers, I hope you don't have to see him this year, although I'm not sure it'll make a difference.
No, I don't think so. I don't know about that. Okay, we got a keeper question. Avid Words. Keeper league, keeping Lamb from second round. Would you pair Lamb with the RB or wide receiver for the first round pick? Okay, so Lamb is a second round keeper. How do you start? Just best available.
I laugh because I feel like we get this kind of question on every single stream. It does. Like, if I was keeping Bijan, it wouldn't change my strategy. If I was keeping Brock Bowers, it wouldn't change my strategy. If I was keeping Josh Allen, like, I'm taking it's round one. I'm taking the best player that falls to me. Like, what are you gonna do in your league? I'm sure all these players are being kept, but like, what are you gonna do in your league if somebody drafts? Like, if Bijan or if like Gibbs, Bijan, CMC, Cook, JT, Genty, Hampton, Walker, Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, and Achane are all gone. But you're staring at Amon-Ra St. Brown. Are you going to take Jeremiah Love because you already have a wide receiver? I'm using that as an extreme. It's an extreme example, but that's my point. That proves the point. Shows the point, right? Like,
exactly.
if it's my pick and CMC is staring me in the face and the next best wide receiver on the board is AJ Brown, I'm taking CMC. And it's not because I have CeeDee Lamb, it's because CMC is the best pick there. So yeah, it's not changing my strategy at all. I'm going best player available.
1000% agree. And wow, why does nobody want Baker Mayfield? What's going on here? I'll take Baker Mayfield. I wasn't gonna get my backup quarterback, but why not? And see, these like like the stack of quarterback with a receiver, not a running back. Kenneth Gainwell basically is like a receiver, so same thing.
There you go.
All right, now you get your chance to get your first share of Malik Willis.
That will not be happening.
What?
But I will get one of my few shares of Dallas Goedert and be done at tight end.
Nice. Do you have any Malik Willis in your 100+ best ball
No,
mediums?
and I doubt I will because I never draft.
Like none?
I almost never take a QB without a stack unless everybody hoards QBs in the league and then I have to. And I'm like, what wide receiver? I'm Caleb Douglas. Am I going to draft Caleb Douglas to stack with Malik Willis? Greg Dulcich?
Greg Dulcich is the answer, yes.
So,
Don't know what the question is.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to have any Malik Willis.
Look, I don't have a lot. I do have a couple, but I'm trying to be better just in general about not waiting till this range to get my second quarterback. So that's part of it. But I know, I agree. And I was waiting like, oh, last round, Jalen Tolbert. He's the number one guy. I don't even know now if that's worth it. So I get it. Dulcich is probably the only answer. Let's see. Quick ones. Tolu wants to know, are we out on Lemon?
Yep.
Yes. Yes, we are.
I mean, maybe he can get going down the stretch, but he's way behind the 8-ball right now. Way behind. It really sounds like Dontavian Wicks is going to be the wide receiver too.
Which, by the way, I was actually about to say, and Dontavian Wicks, I've already had a couple shares, in best ball. I'm getting a little bit more. I mean, I feel like he and Trey Harris are nice values here. I'll be taking more Wicks for sure. There's Boston. Ninja Finessin, do you think Josh Jacobs will have time missed to start the season?
I don't think to start the season. I mean, we're pretty close to the season now. It'd be shocking if something happened between now and the season, although doesn't mean it won't happen. But It's still something that could happen during the season. But I'm starting to I think the more we get into the season, the more likely it is that it won't. Which is good if you got Jacobs, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't want it to be the end of the season, which I doubt they would do that. It'll probably be something in the middle, just kind of get it over with, or not at all. And then how about this? Not a short one, Sir Weirdo, the member. Let's see. For Terrence Ferguson or Darren Waller at tight end. Nice. Well, is that championship material right there?
I don't know if it's championship material, but just give me Waller, I guess, at least. Terrence Ferguson, really?
He got a lot of hype. Way too much hype, as you know. He's got a lot of hype as oh yeah, the other 4 tight ends they have. No. It's all about Terrence Ferguson. It's too much. It's a little concerning to me, which is why I think it's bound to be like a mirage. But anyways, his actual question wasn't just that. Is this team like championship caliber?
I think so. I mean, Monty Fine is your RB2, but your wide receivers are stacked. I mean, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Nico Collins, Zay Flowers, DJ Moore. You got Lamar. You got James Cook. I think you should be feeling pretty good here.
Yeah. I mean, you got a bunch of studs there. I don't see why not. Amon, Collins, and Flowers. That's great. Or DJ Moore. Nice. Yeah, Monty, whatever. But yeah, I think you'll be good. Okay. We got another trade. Okay, hold on. Let's make these picks here, and we'll get to that question. It's a good one. Nice. Another share. My second most rostered player besides Judkins is probably Marshawn Lloyd, and there we go.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Serdinesh got offered QJ and JT for Ladd, Jacobs, and Tate.
Didn't we just have this, but it was Jordan Tyson and JT?
Yeah, this is a little different. You're still taking the JT side, I'm guessing.
I mean, I like QJ a lot, so I probably do take the JT side.
All right. Kyle, what's up? You should like my team. I got Burrow and T. I have the first pick in a 10-team super flex. Thinking about going Allen with the first pick. I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think Allen in super flex, you got to go Josh Allen at the 101.
We had this exact debate with someone in the Discord today. It just, yeah, super flex. You go quarterback, early. This is a 10-teamer too. Yeah, I mean, if you can start Allen in a super flex, Allen, Cook, Bowers.
It's pretty nice.
Are you okay with Cook being that you already have Josh Allen, or would you like to differentiate and get a Saquon or something?
No, I think having Cook and Allen was okay last year.
It was okay. Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. I think you got to go Josh Allen there. Oh, let's do this again. Avid Words said an ad popped up. Didn't get to hear the answer to the question. Sorry, we have no control over that.
I think he did hear it because I thought I saw him coming. Best available got it, but
okay.
In a nutshell, best player available.
Yeah. All right.
If it's a running back, it's a running back. If it's a wide receiver, it's a wide receiver.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Best player. Thanks. All right. And then how about this? Godzilla dude. Very good question. Offensive linemen can affect, the outlook on certain players. Does the Tunsil injury in Washington affect your thoughts on those running backs? Because I know you kind of like Rachaad White.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good. It's never good to lose your best offensive lineman. The nice thing for Rachaad White is you're not drafting this guy for his highly efficient runs. I think both of them were just volume plays in what should be a good enough offense. So, it doesn't really change it. I'd like, obviously you want the O-line to be healthy, but I'm not like dropping these guys down because of the Tunsil injury.
Right. I don't. And he's not like for sure out for the whole season, isn't he? I thought it was like several weeks.
I think it's like the first half of the year. I think they said he could be back by mid-season.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think that's going to move me off of them. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Cyrus Allen went from undrafted to 170s now. It's Jacoby Lane too.
Yeah, the difference between them is Cyrus Allen can actually get open. Everybody freaking out of all these Jacoby Lane contested catches. It's like that's what he did in college too, because he can't get open. He has to. If he couldn't make contested catches, he literally could not catch the football.
Yeah, actually it's funny because it's true that contested catch rate. I mean, it's good to make contested catches, but the guys who do a lot, because they're not separating. Like they shouldn't all be contested. So
right,
I agree with that. But,
he had like an insanely high contested catch rate in college too, because it's like because the DBs are always all over him.
Exactly. Yeah,
like it's fun to see that in practice and everything, but in the NFL, Lamar's not going to throw you the ball when you freaking have no separation.
Exactly. Going back to Cyrus Allen. I did see a thing, which of course, big fat grain of salt. The Rashee Rice hasn't been getting separation. He's looking like a little sluggish, they said. Probably no concerns there.
Big fat grain of salt. Look, I will say this. I guess if there's a path for a guy like Jacoby Lane, Rashee Rice would probably be the best example, because this is another guy who doesn't really separate well, but the Chiefs scheme him open. Right? They're so good. They scheme him open just all over the field. The difference for Jacoby Lane is they already have like Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman. I don't know. I don't think they're going to scheme Jacoby Lane open 20 times a game or whatever, 10 times a game.
No. And I think you're exactly right. Rashee Rice was in almost any other offense. I don't think he'd be much of a thing. Like, he does all his work against the zone, and Mahomes can find him. Yeah, I never thought, honestly, I was pretty out on Rashee Rice when he came out of college, and I didn't think he would do much, because he isn't a great separator necessarily. He's in the perfect situation right now.
Yep.
Real quick, Bob saying yes, he agrees the 1-1 is a cheat code. Yeah, it's probably the pick you want. Ninja Finessin has Goff. League mate has Hurts, so he offered him Devonta Smith for the stack and Mark Andrews to get AJ Brown and Laporta. Got a Lion Eagles thing going on here. I mean, I think you got to prefer the AJB side.
Yeah, this is not a fair deal. You're getting the AGB side is getting the better wide receiver and the better tight end. Like, how?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the reason for the other side to do that, other than just like, hey, I want to stack, but I don't know, that's not a good reason. Yeah, running backs are gone now. I just saw Caleb Douglas. See, people do pay attention to the preseason hype. Caleb Douglas just got drafted.
It's pretty ugly here. Although I do, even before the game tonight, I kind of like Bernard. I think you might get a lot of short passes from Rodgers.
Just admit it, because you're watching the game right now and you're like, I like that guy.
I'm not even watching the game.
I like that guy. No.
See what he did tonight?
No. Not seen it all.
Ah, geez. I guess another Braylon Allen.
How about a Keenan Allen? No.
Nah, I'm not doing Keenan.
Let's see. Dart throw. How about, I gotta take a hype guy. Come on, there you go.
Wow.
Some say he's this year's Dante Thornton.
You know, I'll bet he is.
I mean, I do not want that.
How many catches did Deontay Thornton even have last year in the regular season? It was like less than 10, right? Was it less than 10?
I feel it was right about 10, and the first one didn't come till like week 6 or something.
That guy got so much hype. People were like, he's the Raiders wide receiver 1.
The next Calvin Johnson.
Because he had 10. He had 10 receptions. This is just the cautionary tale for all these guys getting all this crazy hype. We don't have clear paths. We don't have clear Isaac Tesla. Remember Isaac Tesla last year?
Oh, but this is his year.
He's this year he's getting no hype because everybody's like, wow, he looks terrible. He looks terrible this year because he's terrible.
There are still some believers. I guarantee you, there are some believers out there. All right, real quick question here. Okay to drop Rachaad White for Mondre?
I mean, I get like whatever. Like, I mean, Ramondre, I think, has a clearer path. Probably your safer option here.
Fair enough. All right. And just like that, this draft is over. So I think Tolu wanted us to go over his team. Did he say where was he drafting at? Which one is his?
Yeah, because I'm not going to be. Let's see if I can. Hold on, wait. It's under completed, so it should be easier to find here. I think it should be this one right here. We're looking at
the Prince. Is that what it was?
Is he the Prince?
I don't know. I'm just trying to remember. No, he's at the 11. Okay, he did say no, and then he changed it. He said he's at the 10. He's at the 10.
The Prince.
The Prince. That's what I thought. That's looked familiar. All right. If you're still on here, yes, the 10. Good. I know you're still on here. Thank you. All right. So he went at the 10. Well, at quarterback, a three-headed Hydra, Goff, Shuck, and Mendoza. Running back, JT, Chase Brown, Kyron, Chuba, and Jonah Coleman. Stuck with 5 running backs. And then a receiver, we got Zay, Rome, Tyson, Sutton, Addison, Antonio Williams, Malachi Fields, and then another 3-headed monster tight end, Strange Hawk Schultz.
So I don't mind the 3-headed monster at tight end because you waited till pick 135 to get your tight end 1. So I'm going 3 tight ends there, but I probably don't go 2 QBs. You know, Goff is going to start all 17 games barring injury. Shuck is going to start all 17 games barring injury. I just think I probably stop there because I'd really like to get one more running back. I know you started RB. Well, you almost started RB. Did you start RB? You did. Did you go 3 straight running backs? You did. So you did like a hyper fragile here. No, you took Zay and then Kyron.
Sort of. Robust RB. We'll call it that.
So you kind of did what I did. Although I think I went 2 wide receivers before a running back. But I'd probably like one more running back here. Or even another Zay Flowers. I mean, honestly, looking at your I'd like one more wide receiver, honestly, because I don't mind your running backs. I mean, JT, Chase Brown, Kyron, those are 3 solid running backs. Chuba, Jonah Coleman, fine. But we got Zay, Rome, Tyson, Sutton, Addison. There's a lot of there's potential, but there's also a lot of risk. So somewhere in here, I would have liked another wide receiver.
Yeah, I think you can get away with 5 running backs if they're, like you said, 3 of them are early, very early. I mean, that could still win. It's not as common, but it's possible. But the third quarterback, like Mendoza, even if you waited for however long, quarterback what is Mendoza going to do for you in fantasy? Like just very limited upside. So that's a pick that you could have taken a flyer on somebody else. But I mean, there is a lot of upside there at receiver. I just don't know, like you're saying, is there a player who's going to be that league winner at receiver? That's what I'm not sure.
Zay Flowers, but that might be it.
Yeah. All right. But let's see. You liked your team a lot, so let's go over. You got Kyler and Bryce Young, just to basically wait and watch Kyler win MVP for all but 1 week. Kenneth Walker, Javonte Williams, Judkins, Woody Marks, Spears, Emmett Johnson, Braylon Allen. Then you got JJ, Tet, Harrison, Downs, Godwin, Cyrus Allen, Jeremy Bernard, and then Fannin and Goddard. I mean, I actually think I like your team better than mine, and I know you like all your players you got.
Yeah, I like this team a lot. I mean, I'm glad I made the decision when Judkins fell to me there and all the wide receivers were gone. I just said, hey, you know what, screw it. Just give me my 3rd running back. Still got upside at wide receiver. I got a stud with Jefferson, McMillan, Harrison, Downs, Godwin. I like those guys. Some dice rolls. Definitely like this team a lot. As long as Kyler can hold that job for all 17 and he runs around a little bit, I should be okay here.
Right. This one, a large part, just because Bryce Young is very uninspiring. Yeah, Kyler does need to kind of break out. Doesn't have to be MVP or top 5, but just needs to be good top 10 quarterback. And then hopefully Walker doesn't get hurt. But you got Judkins, so that's nice. I think my team was okay. I don't love where I picked from, but let's see. Burrow and Baker, like that. Got Cook, Henry, Gainwell, Marshawn Lloyd, B. Rob, and then Kalen Black. T. Higgins, Luther Burden, QJ, Michael Wilson, Golden, Coker, Booty, and Benson.
Whew.
And then Tyler Warren and Juwan Johnson.
I like your tight ends. I mean, we see what happened here. Definitely waited on wide receiver. I mean, you got Higgins and Burden, so that's nice. I do like QJ. You got some upside there. Definitely strong at running back, strong at QB, strong at tight end.
Yeah, it's the receivers. Like, I need Michael Wilson to do a stretch like he did last year, or QJ to really have a great season, or Golden to break out, which, those things are possible, but
yeah,
maybe. All right. Well, there you go. Underdog Best Ball Mania, another one in the bag. If you guys haven't signed up for Underdog yet, by the way, some of you have already done it. Some of you maybe can't, but if you can and you haven't, shame on you. No, really try it out, because Underdog still has all sorts of offers for you. If you're a brand new customer, you sign up, make sure you use code ENDGAME. And like it says down below, you play $5 and you'll get 50 in bonus funds, and you get a free gimme pick and a deposit match and all the other stuff they're always offering. So try Underdog if you haven't yet, if you're thinking about it. And then you still got plenty of time to get into some of these Best Ball Mania draft or any of the others, because this one, is the big contest, and maybe you want something a little smaller. You can do $5, $10. There's so many. I joined one the other day. I don't remember what it was called. The $3 entry. And there's just so many options. So anyways, try it if you haven't yet. And we'll be back. And somebody asked earlier, let's see where it is. Landon, will there be draft lane leagues this year? Yes.
Absolutely.
Still working on it. We still got time, a little bit of time, but there will be some draft lane leagues. And we're going to do draft lane mocks like we've been doing. Probably do another one on Monday, I'm guessing. And so keep an eye out for that. All right. In the meantime, of course, download draft lane too if you haven't. All right, guys. Appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one.